The Northern Mindanao Medical Center is a premier healthcare service, training, and research institution in Northern Mindanao that envisions to be the leader in providing holistic, quality, and affordable healthcare for all. We are committed to providing the highest quality healthcare in compliance with the standard requirements by continually improving our management system. We guarantee customer satisfaction by treating the customer with utmost dignity and compassion by competent and highly qualified healthcare providers in a safe and secure environment. Welcome to the online graduation ceremonies of the postgraduate interns of Northern Mindanao Medical Center. Let us hear a message from our Medical Center Chief, Dr. Jose C. Chan.
As you continue the journey of becoming full-fledged physicians, may everything that Northern Mindanao Medical Center taught you be a motivating guide in your future practice of medicine. You have endured 1 year of service in this institution and met people that have guided and mentored you every single step of the way. Being an NMMC is not an easy feat. You were burdened with tons of work and have given medical assistance to people in all aspects of life, even the poorest of the poor. I am very much thankful for the service you have rendered to NMMC. It was really a challenging year for us and for the whole world, especially the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, which still lurks in every corner of the world. But we were never phased. We continually provided to give service especially to those who were infected by the virus. And with all of you around despite the pandemic, it warms my heart that you heeded the call to be of service to the institution. God bless you all. Congratulations.
At this juncture, let us hear some words of inspiration from our Chief Medical Professional Staff, Dr. Ramon F. Moreno.
The year 2020 is a moment in our lifetime with great lessons for humankind. The enigmatic teacher is the virus SARS-CoV-2, known as the coronavirus, and the disease called coronavirus disease 2019, or simply COVID-19. It has put to use the great inventions of humans in the information technology to its full potential, like this first ever graduation rites via video teleconferencing, a virtual reality. To my future colleagues in the medical profession, postgraduate interns now, and physicians of tomorrow, my congratulations for your virtual graduation, and my congratulations especially for surviving this pandemic. Congratulations likewise to the proud and happy parents, guardians, relatives, and friends for their love and support to the graduates. Thank you for giving me this honor and rare privilege to share my thoughts on your graduation ceremony. May I share to you just 3 items from the enormous lessons which I humbly experienced in the incident command system of NMMC in handling the response to this COVID-19 pandemic. At the height of our deliberations and formulations of plans to provide the safe and effective mode of action, members of the command staff had diverse opinions on how to do things. Each had individual expert reasons, forming a cocktail of ideas. Being the moderator of the session, I learned to listen and remind the group that it was all right for us to argue and deliberate. What was important at the end was to be focused on our main objective or goal and do things to achieve our common and agreed outcome. Mistakes were common by the hour, day by day. We were cognizant of this fact, and we realized most importantly that our actions must be aligned to hit our target. With this attitude, we braced forward as a team, and this helped us achieve our main objective of a sustained and responsive healthcare service delivery. Our battle against the unseen enemy brought out different characters of health worker combatants. There were those who had so much to say in how to do the battle, yet were missing in action. There were those who were silent, and yet they faced the enemy unperturbed, committed, and ready to sacrifice their lives, ever mindful of the family they left behind when placed on quarantine. With unfazed belief, I can say that our main weapon against this virus are the values embedded in our hearts: the dedication of service or a sense of duty, the courage, the compassion to give benefit to others who need help, and the willingness to give up one's life for the other. The virus must have hated such determination that until now, we are blessed that we do not have a single case of a positive health worker in NMMC, because we implored on God's mercy and love with strong faith continuously. Working in the midst of fear of the unseen enemy and the chaos, it somehow brought out the best of our health professionals and staff, and from our neighbors. Amazingly, some performed tasks which were not the skills they were hired for. Even doctors became foremen, planners, and engineers of a sort. Dentists became supply packers, and others as laborers in transporting heavy supplies. Some nurses became disinfectant sprayers, food transporters, and some studied the data around the globe and learned from the mistakes of other countries. These data were made applicable to our situation. Others formulated our own NMMC guidelines on novel processes and became instant teachers on the education of our personnel knowledge of the virus and prevention of spread. The best contributions came from outside the hospital by the help and kindness of donors of life-saving supplies from bottled water, food, cash, alcohol, PPEs, free transport rides, all sorts of fruits, snacks, protective devices, and even inspirational salutations and prayers, of which we forever remain grateful to them all. Incredibly, people from the community and health workers of NMMC worked as one, resulting to the best performance possible in these times of adversity amidst fear. This is the big picture called Bayanihan. For decades and decades, the Northern Mindanao Medical Center has been known as the lowly provincial hospital, and it has to take this pandemic to be now popularly called NMMC. Structurally, it has grown taller to what it can only accommodate with the meager space. I firmly believe what is left for us to transform to a higher level of quality service is our emotional maturity. We must build on this paramount emotional level of maturity with steadfast resolve as we journey together to reach our shining star, an excellent health service provider. This elusive dream will remain until you graduates will make it a reality in the coming years ahead. To you all, dearest graduates, you survived the pandemic. Take it as an opportunity to shine brightly amidst this adversity. Let the journey begin.
Dr. Peter S. Kiawit, Professional Education and Training Officer, will now give his parting message to the graduates.
To the 2020 graduates of the Medical Internship Program of Northern Mindanao Medical Center, I would like to congratulate every one of you for this unprecedented accomplishment. Unprecedented in the sense that you are part of the first of medical interns in our country's history to have experienced and survived the outbreak of a pandemic. Despite the sudden change in the conduct of your training to comply with government's restrictions, you have relentlessly continued your engagement in this institution, and for that, the hospital is very much grateful. I would say that the COVID-19 pandemic has become the highlight of your training with us. This pandemic has further defined the profession you are striving to attain. Medical profession is no longer solely measured by how well we are as healthcare providers. Clinical competence will no longer be the only qualification to be a good physician. One has to be a good manager, a fair leader in the community, an effective communicator, and a sound, evidence-based decision maker. Now you are one step to become full-fledged doctors. Your internship in Northern Mindanao Medical Center may have had a tumultuous end, but rest assured that this experience will help you in the rest of your journey to become the doctors you are expected to be. Once again, congratulations, and may God bless us all.
Our keynote speaker, Dr. Ian Christian Gonzalez, will now deliver his keynote address.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Ian Gonzalez. First of all, I would like to say how honored I am to be the keynote speaker for the graduation of this year's postgraduate interns. Thank you to Dr. Chan, the rest of NMMC management, and the graduating batch for this opportunity. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I graduated from Xavier University, Dr. Jose P. Rizal School of Medicine in 2014 and did my PGI at NMMC. After passing the boards, I went into ENT residency also at NMMC before shifting careers into public health. I presently work at the regional office of the Department of Health as the head of infectious diseases cluster and the regional research unit. NMMC was very formative in my early career because although it was a hospital, it taught me many lessons in public health. As you may know, NMMC is the apex hospital of Region 10. This means that NMMC receives the worst and most complicated cases. Even if NMMC is already beyond its bed capacity, a common phrase we usually say back then was that bawal mo balibad. We get the gunshot wounds, the head trauma, a massive MI due to uncontrolled diabetes and hypertension, and now you get COVID cases too. During ENT residency, we got the big head and neck cancers where you had to do mandibulectomies, extensive neck dissections, and complex reconstructions, adding up to 10 to 12 hours of surgery. Here are the 3 lessons I learned from NMMC, which I hope you all learned as well. Despite the advances in clinical medicine, prevention is better than cure. Many times, there isn't even a cure. Trauma is preventable if we invested more in injury prevention, such as enforcement of speed limits and drink driving, safer road infrastructure, and use of safety devices such as helmets and seatbelts. Strokes and heart attacks cost hundreds of thousands for an ICU admission and rehabilitation, but it only costs less than 500 pesos a year to manage hypertension at the community level. In ENT, many head and neck cancers are preventable with HPV vaccination and tobacco control. Lesson number 1, prevention is still better and definitely cheaper than cure. In NMMC, we see the worst of the worst among the poorest of the poor. Diabetic patients who don't inject their insulin. Trauma patients for ORIF who come back months after with a malunion. Post-op cancer patients who get lost to follow-up, no chemotherapy, and come back with a recurrence. We see these patients in the OPD every day. And we say this every day too. Nganong karon pa man ka nagpa-check up ma? Nganong gipasagdan naman nimo na, sir? nganong wala man kay inom-inom ug tambal. Sometimes they would answer us, wala man gud mi kwarta do. But oftentimes, they just give us a blank stare or look away. For us at the OPD, it is an annoyance. It irritates us that these patients couldn't take care of themselves. I even hear some doctors say, why should we take care of them if they couldn't even take care of themselves? For those of you who were able to rotate in the private hospitals during your clerkship, I think you would see the stark contrast between a private hospital and a government hospital. And I don't mean the supplies, equipment, or infrastructure, but in the kind of cases you see. Cases in government hospitals are usually worse and more complex. Even with difficult cases in private hospitals, the outcomes are almost always better. Is it because government hospitals are ill-equipped? No. NMMC has equipment that even private hospitals do not have. Is it because private doctors are better? No. Most of our consultants at NMMC are also practicing in the private hospitals. Is it because of the patients? Yes. Poorer patients do not have access to healthcare. They cannot even afford the fare going to NMMC, so much more for insulin or chemotherapy. So they just stare down the floor, look away, or sometimes give their doctor a shy smile. A smile which may annoy the doctor, but it's the patient's attempt to hide their shame and their inability to take care of themselves. Lesson number 2, we cannot achieve health if we don't address social determinants such as poverty. Ever since we were medical students, and maybe even before that, we already had an archetype for what kind of doctor we want to be. Maybe you saw a brilliant cardiologist who would come in and do a coronary angioplasty. Or maybe a hotshot neurosurgeon who would do craniectomies and take out a brain tumor. Some don't know what they want to be yet, but they would definitely say that they entered medicine to help people. However, rarely would you hear someone who wants to be a barrier doctor, an epidemiologist, or work in health policy and systems development. One thing we saw with the COVID-19 pandemic is that we need more people in public health. We have a lot of awesome clinicians, but we sorely lack public health specialists. We need epidemiologists to analyze the data, health economists to quantify the cost of lockdowns and scaling up testing capacity, researchers to develop diagnostics and vaccines, and health policy and systems experts to craft evidence-based health policy and create better health systems. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should go into public health. We can prevent a lot, but we can't prevent everything. So someone still needs to do the appendectomies, cesarean sections, and other aspects of clinical medicine. This leads me to lesson number 3. Healthcare is a team effort. The surgeon cannot do major surgery without the anesthesiologist. The failure of public health leads to greater disease burden that will congest our hospitals. The rest of healthcare is a team effort. And so, my dear colleagues, soon you'll be at the crossroads of your career. At present, you are undifferentiated pluripotent cells. Eventually, you will differentiate into your chosen career path. Many will be in clinical medicine. Hopefully, some will be in public health. Whichever career you choose, I hope the 3 lessons I shared will remain valuable. 1. Prevention is better than cure. 2. Address social determinants to attain health. And 3. Work as a team. In times of crisis, many will try to divide us with strong opinions driven by partisan motivations. We must recognize this, rise above the politics, and unite together for our patients and our country. Congratulations to the PGI Batch 2020, and as embodied in the NMMC and DOH motto, Floriat Salburitas Populi. Go and promote health for the people.
And now, the presentation of the graduates of the Postgraduate Internship Program of the Northern Mindanao Medical Center for Class 2019-2020, Batch Alpha Magnus. Distinctions and awards as Most Outstanding Interns of various departments will be mentioned together with the names of the respective awardees.
Dr. Farmila P. Abbas,
Dr. Jaira Bertha C. Abinales,
Dr. Val O. Acosta,
Dr. Benedicto Juan Enrique P. Aguilar, Most Outstanding Intern Overall. Most Outstanding Intern in the Department of Ophthalmology, Family and Community Medicine, General Surgery, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Joanne G. Agustero, with honors.
Dr. Aliana M. Ali,
Dr. Andre R. Amamio, with honors. Dr. Khalil Job B. Angeles, with honors. Most Outstanding Intern in the Department of Internal Medicine.
Dr. Yvonne Nina D. Aranto, Dr. Carrie D. Aspacio, Dr. Ikea Marie J. Balho, Dr. Siti Ayesha D. Balo, Dr. Rinchel Faith P. Bartolaba, Dr. Hanea S. Bato, Dr. Liza May E. Bato, Dr. Janella A. Batuaan, Dr. Siti Nur Hanifa D. Bedar, Dr. Daniel John E. Bokini,
Dr. Rufaida Parmanisa C. Boryonga, with honors.
Dr. Jaima A. Candidato, Dr. Hayanisha N. Cariga, Dr. Ezra R. Carpenter, Dr. Ome Nahara L. Kasamwan, Dr. Christine Joy V. Condahan. Dr. Maria Rowena C. Dato. Dr. Bradley Bob V. De la Calzada. Dr. Asdawi B. Dikritan. Dr. Eliza D. Di Maampaw. Dr. Shahani M. Di Mapinto. Dr. Faiza D. Di Sumangkop. Dr. Hanan U. Doro.
Dr. Gretchen Dale G. Edwave with honors.
Dr. Johara A. Ebi. Dr. Muhammad Muksin A. Epi.
Dr. Keja Hannah E. Evasco with honors.
Dr. Princess Karen P. Fabricante.
Dr. Leia O. Galindez with honors.
Dr. Diana Fairoz M. Guban. Dr. Norjana T. Gulam.
Dr. Janal P. Haji Omar with honors. Most Outstanding Intern, the Department of Pathology.
Dr. Crystal Jane L. Heyasa. Dr. Stephanie Blanche T. Elisa.
Dr. Mariel May C. Haina. Dr. Salman M. Limpao. Dr. Ariana May P. Rizal.
Dr. Debbie Kristen S. Lobito with honors.
Dr. Franco G. Loquias. Dr. Harisa M. Lukman. Dr. Siti Aisa N. Makabangki. Dr. Jovit Ray D. Magdao. Dr. Siti Mania A. Maulani. Dr. Fatma Ira M. Mustafa. Dr. Diana May G. Mendoza. Dr. Maria Julian Isabella Noni. Dr. Mary Shiri G. R. Okamya. Dr. Aziza S. Umar. Dr. Cyrene Faith and Honda. Dr. Anida and Pawar. Dr. Nagel Lenore R. Pakama. Dr. Honeybell M. Paitao,
Dr. Rizel S. Palincon, with honors.
Dr. Leo Manuel L. Plaza, Dr. Maria Rochman D. Kibla, Dr. Carlos N. Quizon III, Dr. Asmera D. Radiomola, Dr. Najera D. Ronda, Dr. Javaria A. Sabdula, Dr. Mary Jane F. Sanguarte, Dr. Maria Carmela C. Sarmento,
Dr. Floralis Pope S. Servano, most outstanding intern in the Department of Pediatrics.
Dr. Ludwig V. Taclo, Dr. Resme Rose R. Taganas, Dr. May Francis Luis M. Tagarda, Dr. Emerald Holly B. Tago, Dr. Rosamond Ray C. Palimi, Dr. Al Anthony A. Tati,
Dr. Thea Selina L. Umbak, most outstanding intern in the Department of Radiology and Anesthesiology.
Dr. Alanisa P. Usman,
Dr. Jovals Kem C. Visto, with honors, most outstanding intern in the Department of Orthopedics and Otorhinolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery.
Dr. Omi Kalzum M. Yusuf,
Let us all join together as we sing the Department of Health hymn.
Lahat tayo'y magkabuklod upang baya'y itaguyod. Walang sawang maglingkod sa nayon man o sa lungsod. Pilipino
let's take a trip down memory lane as we watch this tribute video for the graduating class of 2019-2020, batch Alpha Magnus.
Remember when I told you no matter where I go, I'll never leave your side, you will never be alone. Even when we go through changes, even when we're old, remember that I told you I'll find my way back home. I could never let you go, couldn't run away if I tried. Cause even when I'm all alone, you still got a hold of my mind. And I'll always let you know that I'm always gonna hold on. And I told you right from the start, you just say the word and I go. No, it doesn't matter how far, cause your love is all that I know. Baby, you just stay where you are, and you know I won't be too long. Hold on, hold on. Remember when I told you no matter where I go, I'll never leave your side, you will never be alone. Even when we go through changes, even when we're old, remember that I told you I'll find my way back home. 들어 써준 시간 위에서 선명히 너는 떠올라. 길 잃은 맘속에 널 가둔 실사람. 그만 멈춘 시간 속 잠든 너를 찾아가. 아무리 막아도 결국 너의 곁인 걸. 결국엔 여행을 끝내 이젠 돌아가 너라는 집으로. 지금 다시 way back home. 세상을 뒤집어 찾으려 해 오직 너로 완결된 이야기를. No, I won't never lose as long as you're there. 없이 밀려와 이 마음 그 위로 넌 또 한겹 쌓여가. Even when we go through changes, even when we're old, remember that I told you I'll find my way back home.
That culminates the virtual graduation ceremonies of the postgraduate interns of Northern Mindanao Medical Center. We thank everyone for the success of this momentous endeavor. Thank you, everyone, and may God bless us all.